I don't know. I hope this angle works. I hope this is the right angle. Hello, hello. Kinabonolo Mangkhaba, and welcome to Thoughts Desk. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell people about it. Come back next time as well. Yeah. So welcome. This is Thoughts Desk. So yeah, Rui. So Thoughts Desk again. Thoughts Desk is just going to be a platform that I'm going to use to just share my thoughts. Thoughts for the week is what I'm going to call it. So, yeah, thoughts for the week. Welcome. Lohodo, my thoughts for the week has been a lot. Okay, backstory. But I commute a lot with public transport, and when you use that in South Africa, that means you walk a lot because obviously, like taxi gasolate from where you stay and drop you off exactly. Some people are lucky in that, but then I walk quite a lot and quite a bit. So that just allows me to think a lot. And I sometimes want to share these thoughts with people greater than the people that I know, you know what I mean? Because I love podcasts as well. And I just love talking and I love listening to other people's thoughts. So that's the backstory kind of Thoughts Desk. So what is the thought for the week? I can't, maybe I'll try to sum it up towards the end, but I don't think I can sum it to one sentence. But the thought for the week is just how I feel like if we as people were just a bit more honest with each other, in our relationship, in our friendships, in the people we meet, if we were just a bit more honest, I think life would be easier on a lot of us, would realize how like most of our problems are not unique. They're not just we're not the only ones. And as much as you may know that other people are experiencing the same thing, but I think it's like just knowing the emotional toll on certain things. Like for example, that this thing is bringing me anxiety, and if I were to share how like because okay, now I'm rambling a lot, but like for example, if a lot of people experience how like difficult school is, but I don't think we don't often talk about how like it has an emotional toll on us. You'll be like, yo, this thing is hard. I know, Jorge, this course is hard for everyone else, but it's like I don't understand the extent at which it has an emotional toll because I think that's the conversation we don't have. We always talk about how difficult something is, but we don't talk about how much it's affecting your living, like how it's affecting how you live, it's affecting your emotional well-being. And I think that's really the hardest thing is like the hardest thing about going through life struggles. It's just how much it has an emotional toll on you. And I think if we as people had more honest conversation to say, you know what, Mona, I'm suffering, this thing is just making me anxious, and then if I knew that other people were experiencing the same thing, then I think life could be a bit more easier. Like certain struggles could go more easier. Okay, what am I talking about? Okay, currently, I think I'm a recent graduate. I'm only starting to work now, right? So I'm new to this, and like I don't think people talk a lot about how like much starting afresh has an effect on your emotional well-being. Like you just are anxious. Like it's hard transitioning into a new thing and it's difficult and whatever. And I think we don't talk about what makes it difficult. You know, like just how much Teams gives me anxiety. Like seeing a message pop up just gives me anxiety. Having your work reviewed gives you so much anxiety. And we just don't talk about that. I don't think we talk about the long hours. There's a lot of hours, but we don't talk about how like much anxiety comes from starting something that is not familiar, something new, being in a space where people look like they got it. And if more people could just talk about how, like, how difficult, or how, like, we all feel the same, how much it is we could all feel, like, if my fellow first year trainees, okay, I'm giving it away, I'm an audit trainee. That's if you didn't know, yeah, I'm an audit trainee. If, like, for example, like, the people that are also doing their first year of articles could express how, but maybe our experiences are different, maybe I could think that people are also going, a lot of people are going through the same thing as me, but maybe genuinely some people are genuinely okay and are not just saying that they're okay just for the sake of saying that they're okay. Maybe genuinely people are okay, but I do believe that there are people that are probably like me, and I feel like if only we could just share more of how it actually is, and how, like, this could be so much better on a lot of us. Yo, guys, yeah, no, it really is tough. Yo, guys, having your work reviewed is so emotionally daunting. It's like I compare to, like, when, as a student, I don't know if you guys do this, or if you guys did, if you're done with your studies now, but like how one recommendation that they gave us was to always, like, look back at your script and review. Even before you do, you should implement that. Even with your tutorial activities, you should already implement that whole reviewing your work and working on your mistakes then, like, I found it uncomfortable. It's the most, I don't think that thing is uncomfortable, looking back at your script, looking back at the question paper, and actually identifying your weak areas, actually identifying your mistakes, actually working, taking a step further to go to the lecturer to say, but I born a memo, but I still don't understand, you know. It's really uncomfortable. And now your work is constantly reviewed, and you're just feeling like, I'm just gonna say it point blank, you just feel like shit. Like, you just feel like shit. You don't know these methodologies, you don't know these tools that they use every day. Like, for me, like, and now I'm okay, but the first few months in this, it was really tough, it was really tough. Every day, no karamalaka, a twistegile, like, it was, yeah, it was a very uncomfortable experience. But I know pretty much other people probably were feeling the same way as I was. It's just that I don't know why. Like, as people, we just have this thing of saying things are going well, I'm okay. And if we could just build a community of just expressing how we are doing, how the transitioning of whatever phase you are in your life, how is that? And then, as a university student, I don't know. So I'm currently trying to be a CSA. So let's say where you do your undergrad and then you do your postgrad. So last year I was doing my postgrad PGDA, my postgraduate diploma in accounting. You guys know it's tough. Like, and I got into it knowing that it was tough. But I think there was a point at which I love studying at the library. Yo, I love this. I just love it. I don't know. I love the fact that I don't know. I'm that person. I sometimes also like going to the office because I'm more productive there than I am in my own space because it's more comfortable. Yeah, so I was that person. Like, throughout my undergrad, that's where I grinded. That's where those distinctions were being made. But last year, I started feeling what people used to say about the library. Like, there are two kinds of people. There are people that love going to the library, and then there are those that feel like people they look like they have it all together. And I started feeling like it last year. Like, I'd go there, and accounting students, we always have these big books on our table. So I can already always see my classmates. I can see her, okay, oh, it's accounting, oh, it's a PGBA, oh, yeah. So I could always identify them. And people just looked like they were okay, and I was falling apart. And I think for me, yes, it was hard, but what made it harder is just feeling like you're the only one who's experiencing this. And yes, everyone is expressing how difficult it is, but yet again, no one just talks about how it makes you feel emotionally. Yes, it's one thing to, it's like maybe you're finding, like, I don't know, you're struggling to do something, but not every struggle that you may have with something may have an emotional toll. So everyone is talking about how difficult this thing is, but I don't think enough people are just talking about how much it is affecting your well-being. And for me, Joe, like I think that was what was even driving me more crazy, is just feeling like I'm just the only one who's feeling it emotionally. Yes, everyone is feeling it, or it's tough, but no one is just talking about how like much this thing makes you cry. Like I would cry, shit. Yo, I would cry because yeah, no, it was tough. It just it had that effect on you. And yet again, you just people are look like they're okay. And I don't know. Also, people, not a lot of people. I think it's only no yet I'm going to now barekeng. Ke tlo ikgantsha ka gore only I think only a few people are courageous enough to actually speak out. Not a lot of people are brave enough to say, you know what, yeah, it's tough. Like this thing, it's making me crash out. I think only a few courageous people are able to say that out loud to other people, to be brave enough to share. And I'm one of those people who's brave enough to share that, you know what, yeah, daughter, like now this thing I cried, this is making me anxious. And not a lot of people are able to share that, and then for people that are like me, we then feel like, yo, go tjho ke nna ke le one, you know. Yeah, go tjho I'm the only one who's feeling this, And man, turns out people are feeling the same way as you are. And I wish we could just share more of our struggles. And then people also like to only share their struggles whenever now they're on the flip side. Now when it has all worked out and now they've achieved this thing, and then now that's when they'll share, oh, yo, this, it was daunting, it was this, it was that. But then I think it would have been a bit more useful to the people around you if only you were brave enough to just share how difficult it was there, because I only found out now that people were really struggling, people were really struggling emotionally as well with this thing, and it was just on me. And I think that would have made my journey specifically a lot easier, because I'd know that, you know what, this is challenging to a lot of us, emotionally as well. Because, yeah, no, I'd go to my tutorials and crash out. Like, I'll literally crash out. I'm one of those people that I can't fake it. Like, I really can't. Like, ke ba le ba itshwara tlhogo, ke re, yo, yeah, like that's just who I am. And I guess people are different as well. I think that's one thing I need to understand, is that people are different. I can't expect people to be the same crash out as I am. But I wish there was more of us. I really wish there were more crash outs like me, because wow, what the hell? In don't let guys. And also like I love people, if you're a sharer of your struggles, just know that you're helping a lot of us heal. You're God sent, literally. Because, for example, even relationships, I love also this era of social media, guys. Oh, you can say a lot about it, but I love it because as much as people are saying that now people are becoming shameless because of this thing, social media, people tend to share dilo tse e leng gore ne o sa tshwanela gore re di tsebe ne, but it's healing a lot of us. It's healing a lot of us to just hear that, man, eh, for example, like sometimes it could take you long to heal from a person, whereas sometimes but what man, just get over that person. And then you get to hear how people's stories, how people have actually struggled just as much as you are struggling to leave that person. You know, like this new era of sharing where people talk about the struggles of their relationships or what they allowed to happen, and that gives you a bit of comfort to say, you know what, I guess Laila, I told me that nah, I'm not the first one to experience this, and it's really okay. It's okay to be stupid sometimes, you know, because you're in love. Whatever people do stupid things, and that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but it just is that way, you know. Your problems again, they're not unique to you. You may feel like, yo, I'm too embarrassed. I've done this and this, but turns out, girl, people have done far worse than you, and I think, oh, just that has also helped me heal in a lot of ways, you know, be kinder to myself, you know, whenever I make mistakes, to say, but actually, girl, people people be going through that, you know, people do stuff like that, and that's okay. Yo, I also consume, I'm not married, but like I also do consume marriage content where there is this lady who like was my man, but now she's not. Like I just love how, man, I just love how people share. It heals us. And yeah, don't stop sharing. And yeah, I think that was my thought for the week about how healing sharing is. It's healing to you, it's healing to the next person. And we also get to learn a lot. You know, yo guys, we get to learn a lot from each other through sharing. We get to heal. And yeah, that's just my piece. I wish a lot of more of us could do that and not just share the good things. You know, we are all rounded people, you know. Bad things happen to us, good things happen to us, we make stupid mistakes. And but also I also understand that and I can't force people to be the same person as I am or have the same kind of beliefs as I do. But I wish there are more people like me who have the same vision and who are sharers. And to the sharers that are out there, you heal us and don't stop sharing. Even if it looks like you're doing too much. No, you're not. You're healing a lot of us. Your knowledge is helping a lot of us to make better decisions. Um, and sharing could be great things. Sharing could be educational. You know, you could, yo, man, there's a lot that sharing does for people, and just continue doing it. And if you ever were afraid, bro, don't be. We need more people like you. And yeah, that's my thought for the week. That's, yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. Keep thoughts stay. Please like, subscribe. I'm gonna try and keep this consistent and just come on here to share my thoughts each and every single week. To share my thoughts for the week. In Nabonalo Amankaba again, and bye, guys.